Update: my wife wants to have an open relationship. Not sure how to react to this. Seriously need your help please. So I really don't know where to start. It's going to be long. But let's start with some background information. My wife and I have been together for 6 years. Married 4 years. We have 2 kids. I'm now 28, and she's 26. I've had many relationships prior to her, and she's only been with one other person, not serious at all though. So you can almost technically consider me her first, for pretty much anything and everything. Everything has always been good, seldom ever argue, good relationship we have, time is good. She's not too time of a person, I enjoy time a lot. She's tried to become more time the past few years and more open, which I do see, but still not as much as I would like, I guess. She has been pregnant for the past 3 years of our relationship and doesn't feel great about her body back then and was self-conscious. Since giving birth, she's been working out and has gone back to the way she was again. So fast forward. Approximately a month ago, my wife jokingly asks me what I thought about having a once-a-year fling with someone so that we could get it out of our system. Talked for a few minutes, but it didn't get very far or deep. Fast forward to yesterday. She texts me at work to tell me she wants to talk about something. I wasn't sure what it was, but I figured it was something no good by the tone of the message. I ask her what's wrong. She says better to talk about it in person. I get home at night, and after putting the kids to bed, we talk about it. So she tells me she's been thinking about it somewhat more lately and that she'd be interested that we be able to have time or stuff like that with someone else on the side. We each do our own thing. I was taken aback. I had no idea at all that this is what it was about. I didn't know what to say and was quite dumbfounded. She says she got married young and had 2 kids and was never able to fully enjoy life and has never been with anyone else. She then goes on to tell me that last weekend when she went out with some friends out of town, I was there too but watching the kids so she could go out, she met a guy there. She said nothing happened at all, no kissing, nothing like that, but they exchanged numbers. They were texting each other back and forth yesterday. Again, she says nothing serious, just normal conversation. But that's when she texted me saying that we needed to talk because she felt guilty and didn't want it to be cheating. I was even more surprised and shocked about this. I think this is what shocked me the most. I've always trusted her to go out with friends before and never had a worry in the world. We're both fairly good-looking people, and we both trust each other. I used to go out frequently and of course I've always thought about and wanted to do stuff, but I never ever in my life thought my wife would. She always gave off the vibe about not caring about anyone other than me and the kids and family. So that's why all of this is pretty shocking and sudden. I was pretty upset about the whole situation, but didn't want to be a husband that just says, "Duck, no, you're mine." That doesn't solve any problems. I'm sure if I said that, she'd say, "Okay." But that's not what I want. I want to figure out how to make this work for both of us. I don't want to suppress her urges and feelings and then have it all blow up 10 years down the road. I don't want to catch her cheating on me. I want this to work somehow, but it's just rather difficult. I'm worried about what could happen to our relationship if either one of us doesn't like the situation. Or even worse, if one of us falls for the other person. The worst part is that she doesn't just want to have time and get it over with. She likes the whole feeling of dating someone and getting to know them and having butterflies in her stomach and all that good stuff. This is what devastates me the most. I could live with us going out and getting our time urges out of the way and fulfill our fantasies. But I can't fathom her being friends and building a relationship with any one of these guys. I don't want to always have to think or worry or wonder about what's going on with her when she goes out with the girls. I don't want to have to wonder or question who she's texting on the phone. It's all just so draining. As of this morning, we somewhat agreed that we are going ahead with this. Neither one of us is certain. She's not jumping for joy or anything like that, don't get me wrong. She even mentioned wanting to back out of this idea a few times from last night till this morning. But I feel like this is something that needs to be done, and not swept under the carpet and pretend that everything is normal and cool. I just texted her if she would be okay with getting a post-nuptial agreement, just in case if this doesn't pan out. She says she loves me unconditionally and would do whatever I want her to do and absolutely does not want a divorce. She's reiterated this a few times, and I agree with her. But there's always that chance of something wrong happening. Not to mention now that I know how she feels, and that she took that first step to give the guy her number last weekend. It's all just very shocking and hurtful. We've never been really rich, but we've lived pretty well in comparison to a lot of people, and business is taking off for my company right now, and we're always talking about the future of what our plans are, or how we need to be frugal to save for this and do that, etc. Everything just got blown up in my face yesterday, I feel. I know at least the fact she brought it up to me is a good thing, but doesn't make it hurt any less. Any help, any suggestions, any advice, or any words of wisdom from anyone who's gone through this or going through this would be greatly appreciated. Thank you ahead of time. Edit 1. Wow. So far all your responses have hurt. And I'm not being sarcastic about it. Either I see something you guys aren't seeing and being too naive, or you guys are right. To be honest, I don't want to get a divorce. Not now, not ever. Like I said before, we have no problems in our relationship. What she's asking for makes sense. She's saying that we can both do it. Maybe she got the idea from House. Season 6, Episode 19. I'm open to the idea because we wouldn't be the first people in the world to do this. I would be interested because it might work out, or it could just end horribly. Like I said, she's willing to get a postnuptial agreement. Edit 2, she mentioned a few times about forgetting this whole idea, and texted me again today while I was at work. I guess she was thinking more about it and thinks it's a bad idea. Saying that we have something great right now and we're both as happy can be and that we should forget the idea. I can understand her concerns about the problems. But my concern more is that she's already told me how she feels, and knowing that it's on her mind, I don't want to say no right away, and just go on like everything's cool. Because like you guys said, this can just blow up in my face 5, 10, 20 years from now. So I'm really just trying to find the best solution here. For the people asking if I'd be down for it, possibly. It's just weird thinking or picturing her with another man. I would be more open to swinging, since we'll both be there. But her having a friendly relationship is quite bothersome. Edit 3, I have to leave work soon and go home to meet up with my wife and the kids to go to a friend's house for dinner. I'll be back in a few hours. Might come on, might not. But we'll most likely be talking to her more about this situation tonight. Thanks to everyone for the helpful comments, advice, stories, etc. You guys have been more helpful than you know. I sincerely thank you all very much for your help. Edit 4, whoa, just got back from dinner. Really wasn't expecting this many people to comment. I'm not sure if I have time to read through all the comments, but I'm contemplating about telling my wife what I just wrote here in your comments. Not sure how that will pan out. I'll keep you everyone posted. Thank you all again for your advice. Edit 5: alright, I'm at work now. A lot went down last night. I will try to find the time to reply to some of the messages, but I will be writing a final update later with what the real story was and what happened, and what will be happening. Again, thank you all so much for your messages and support. This is an update to my last thread. So just to quickly update everyone on what's happening. I got home, we went to a friend's house for dinner. I was really not in the mood for it since I wasn't all there. Tried my best to somehow be sociable, but I just wasn't me. Not too sure if anyone else noticed. I'm sure my wife did though. We stayed there for a few hours. Went home, put the kids to bed, and then went on the computer to check your messages. I was reading through them when my wife passed by and asked what I was reading. I told her I created a thread about us and everything that's happened so far. I told her to read it if she'd like. My post, Redditors' comments, my replies, etc. I went to get ready for bed. Laid in bed while she was still reading it. She probably read for about 20 minutes or so. Then she came into bed and I asked her what she thought about all of this and the whole situation. We talked more and I asked her questions. Lots of questions. Got more details from her, and for those of you that are waiting for the details, she met the guy at the club on Friday. She was talking to him and exchanged numbers. Anything more that happened that night? I'm not too sure, but I don't think so because my cousin and my other cousin's GF were there. So I don't believe any nasty went down that night other than just exchange of numbers. But, she's been texting back and forth him from Sunday. She only decided to confess to me on Wednesday. I flipped out when I found this out. I was not happy at all. I told her that since we're trying to work things through, to let me see her deleted text messages. I told her I would download a software that would retrieve all the deleted text messages. She did not want to. She did not want that at all. I flipped out even more now knowing that there's a lot more that she's hiding. A bunch of stuff was racing through my mind. What was she talking to him about? Were they talking dirty with each other? How far were they going? What was going on? I have no idea. She said she ducked up. I went outside into the living room pissed off as FCK. Wanting to flip it over and just rip the place apart. I didn't. My 2 kids were sleeping in the other bedroom. I just sat in the couch sad, angry, depressed, crying, confused. You name the emotion, I had it going on. We were on the couch for another 15 minutes or so. The whole time she was crying and apologizing and saying she know how she ducked up. I wasn't guilt-tripping her or anything, but was trying my best to stay calm and talk to her about it and tell her how ducked up it was with what she did. I told her how ducked up our relationship was now. I asked her how I could trust her again. I told her she was willing to risk everything, and even allow me to sleep with someone else so that she could have her fling. She didn't say much. Lots of crying and apologizing. I realized there's not much I could do about what she already did. Either I stay with her and fix the problem, or divorce her over this and flip both our worlds upside down. Yes, she cheated on me emotionally. Yes, she betrayed my trust. Yes, she hurt me, a lot. But what she did, was it so unforgiving that I should tear both our worlds apart? Was it so bad that I wanted my kids to have divorced parents and I only get to see them on the weekends and have them raised with divorced parents like me? No. It wasn't worth it. I'm not defending her and saying what she did wasn't wrong. I know it was wrong. She knows it was wrong. Could it have been a lot worse? Could she have done things that would have hurt me even more? Yes. It could have been a lot worse. Did she confess to me before anything actually happened? Yes, she did. I'm happy that it didn't go further than that. I do honestly believe that nothing more than what she told me happened. I'm able to move forward with my wife and our 2 kids and hopefully grow from this mistake and learn from it. I can't throw out 6 years of our relationship for this mistake. We both agreed she ducked up and we are both willing to put effort into the relationship. I asked her to give me her cell phone so that I could text the guy. I simply wrote, "Hey, this is XXXXXX's husband. I know everything between you and my wife. It's over. This is not a discussion. I know you did what you did because you're a guy, I understand that. But I have a family with 2 kids. Their names are XXXXX and XXXXX. They are 3 and 112. Unless you want them to grow up with divorced parents, you will stop texting my wife. I'm deleting your number after this, don't text back. It's over." I told her that we should be more open about everything and try to communicate more and better. That we should try to go out on dates more often. Even if we have to hire a babysitter and spend the extra $40, $60 for babysitting, our relationship is worth it. I understand that it's not my fault. But I also don't want to say it's all her fault. I don't want to blame anyone for anything, but would like for our relationship to keep growing and getting better. This will make us always remember how sensitive a relationship can be and that nothing is worth ducking up our future for ourselves and our kids. We both know and understand this. I'll leave you guys with a last email that I sent her today when I got to work. "Hey, so I'm at work right now and was just thinking about you, about us, about our family. And I just wanted to tell you that I'm feeling better about our situation. As shitty as things have been the past couple of days, I'm happy we got to talk openly about it all last night. Even though we both know this pain for both of us is not going to go away by tomorrow, it's still good to know that we both care and love each other enough to know that being together is what we both want. Not something that we feel we need to do because of what people may think, or because of what our family would say, or because we're trying to save our kids from going through all of this. I've thought about what you did. I understand that it was a lapse of judgment. We've both messed up somewhere along our relationship, some mistakes bigger than others. The fact that you decided to tell me about the situation before it got out of hand and you actually cheating on me means a lot. I know a lot of things were going through your mind, but in the end, what mattered most to you was us. And knowing this means the world to me. I can't ignore all the good things we've been through and endured throughout the years for one mistake. We're no longer just dating. Life isn't just a game where we can press reset and start over. We have to be careful with our actions. We're only humans and we have our urges. But we're married now and have a family together. We took an oath that we would be with each other till death do us part. Before, these were just words we had to say when we got married. But today, I realized what those words really mean. I can honestly say that, that's the way I'm feeling about us right now. Nothing in the world is worth risking everything we have to fulfill our fantasies and desires to be with others. We'll be tested many more times in the future, but we just have to know that it's not worth it. We can't lose everything we've built together for that instance of self-gratification and ruin everything good in our life. I love you and our family more than anything in the world, and after this situation, I've realized this couldn't be more true. I don't hope, but I know, we'll have many more happy years of our lives ahead of us. Let's move past this. I'll love you forever and always. Last message, not everyone on Reddit is helpful. But there are lots of you that are. Many of you are truly very helpful with your advice and suggestions and stories. I hope you guys stay on here to keep helping those that need help and to voice over the trolls that have nothing constructive to say other than the worst thing possible and just to get a divorce without giving more advice. We're talking about someone's life here. 4 people's lives to be exact. The internet can be cruel, but I'm glad to know there are still good people out there that truly want to help others. I thank everyone that's been here to help me out. I appreciate all your help and wish you guys nothing but the best with your lives as well.